So my name's
Okay.
Peter. I'm with Pawrade. We've worked with Ashley for a number of years and are really happy and proud to have her here tonight showing us her Yorkies. Pawrade, what we do is we find these breeders and sometimes they find us. We put them through rigorous screening and we make sure that they're not a puppy mill. Number one, we also make sure they're not a scam. So these are really important points that we know for families and for people that are looking for dogs and puppies and pets. These are the things they're really trying to avoid. So we have some beautiful purebred Yorkies with us tonight. Ashley, I'm going to give you the stage here since you have the stars of the show. If you want to introduce yourself a little bit and we can go through the puppies. All right, Ashley, take it away.
We have these awesome little cuties here. These are some of them. You can see them sitting on my lap. They're all running around me. We brought them into the living room so that you guys could have some up close and personal time with them. They have been running around like crazy, playing with all their toys. There's mom checking in. She's trying to figure out why I have her puppies there. She's very, very good mom. I don't know if you can kind of see her there. So she's an excellent mom. She's a mom of these 7 puppies. She does super with them. We are so proud of her in the way that she takes care of them. And she is she's done really well. She is such a sweetheart. She keeps wanting my attention. Okay, let me turn my screen on here so you guys can actually see the puppies. So we've kind of got them in a little pen here in our living room, but they are playing around. We put bows on them so that we could tell them apart because they get a couple of them look exactly the same. So this little gal right here, I will show her to you. She is such a sweetie. She's probably the most vocal out of everybody, but she's not vocal in that it's bad. She's just got a cute little bark. She's got her ears up already. She's doing great. She's got a nice full head of hair. So she's doing amazing there. And then we got the other little girl right here. She's got on the purple necklace. So if you see her running around, she's super, super sweet. She's got a little bit of white on her toes. She's got, there she goes. She's got the tan coming in. And then we have this little guy here. Come back here. He's got the gray bow on. He's going to have the most black, but he does have the tan coming in here on his paws. So I think as he gets older, we'll have a little bit more coming in on that. And then we have this cute little guy who is trying to get out of his bow tie here. He's yellow. He's got the tan on his paws there. He's got a little bit of white on his chest and his tan is coming in on his face and it's just a little lighter. And then we have, let's see here, where did that one? There he is. They're all running around me. The little guy here with the green bow, he's got the tan on him. He's black with tan, marked up really well. And he does have just a little bit of white on his toes there. And then our final one here, we have this big guy here. He's in the purple. He's actually not a big guy. He's actually small, but he's one of the bigger ones of the litter, but he's doing excellent. He's got the purple bow on him, and he is what we call the party color that has all 3 points in that. So I'm just going to let them play around here. They love these little squinchy toys, and you can kind of see them playing with this. They make the little rattles, squeakies. They love those. They're all fighting their bows and necklaces, but I thought that might be the easiest way for you guys to decipher who is who. There is mom again. She's starting to wean them and she's doing a really good job with them. She's keeping them, you know, healthy, hydrated and everything, but she is starting to show them, you know, how to eat on their own, and they do eat hard food only. So we are not supplementing with soft food. So the hard food, even after you get your puppy, you want to try to stay on that hard food just as much as possible because that does build up their teeth strength. I'll let you guys kind of view them as I'm talking a little bit more. So my husband decided 18 years ago, or almost 18 years ago, that he wanted to raise dogs. We've lived on a farm all of our life, both of us have. And so he decided with the birth of our first son that we wanted something that we could both stay home and do. We wanted something that we could absolutely involve everyone in our family with. And so this is what we just chose to do. We love puppies. And both of us have always had a dog since we were little bitty. Love them, love raising them. And so this has become our family business. There are 6 of us. It's my husband, Scott, and I, and then our 4 kids. We're able to do everything as a family, and that is absolutely my favorite part.
Awesome. Hey, actually, we've had a couple people join since we got started, so I just
Okay.
wanted to pull back a little bit, remind everyone that these are Yorkies, and Ashley is located in the southern part of Missouri. We do have options for pickup and for delivery. If you have questions about how we do pet safe travel, let us know. But on that topic, can you remind us, Ashley, how old these puppies are, when they're ready to go? Maybe what the vaccination schedule looks like and how you handle those before they find their new homes.
Yeah. So these little guys were born on September 20th, and so they are just a little over 6 weeks old. So they're going right on 7 weeks old right now. So typically with these smaller breeds, we want to hold them. So we are 110% sure that they are ready to go and that they're ready to leave mom and that there's not going to be any issues, because that's the last thing that we want to do is send a puppy before he or she is ready. That is typically, and I say typically, but because it can change, but typically around 9.5 to 10 weeks. So these guys have got another 3.5 weeks with us before I feel 110% ready. So we always do what is best for the puppy.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you remind us what the color bow tie is for little Vernon?
He is the purple bow tie. He is this one right there. That is Vernon.
Thank you so much.
There's little Vernon. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay.
How do you say no to that face?
I know. I'll go on with our vaccination schedule. So we are state and USDA licensed, and we also work with a licensed vet that I talk to several times a week. This one here is trying to pull up my pants. We talk to him several times a week and with his office to make sure, if anything that we need to do, and with our puppies, especially when they're this age, because we want to make sure that everybody's getting the vaccines that they need. So we start them off at 2 weeks old and they get a dewormer along with mom. And then at 4 weeks old, we start with their parvo vaccinations, which we use Neopar. And we have had great success with it. Neopar is an excellent company. And so we use that. And then we also do 5 ways before they come to you. That way they're vaccinated for the distemper. And then we continue every 2 weeks, starting at 4 weeks, with a booster shot until they come home to you. So if you're getting a puppy at 10 weeks old, they will have had a couple different shots. If I have to keep the puppy until they're 12 weeks old, then they will have even more vaccines to make sure that they're still doing good. But then they also have the here, quit showing on my clothes. Then they'll also have the rabies if they're older than 12 weeks old, whenever they come to you.
Awesome. Now you mentioned
Go
that
ahead.
they're pretty small. Yeah. So if you can, maybe you had touched on it, but for anybody that's come back on, can you talk about the weights of mom and dad? And I know we can never guarantee this, but do you have an idea of like a weight range that these puppies might fall under? Mm-hmm.
So their mom, she's probably about 7 to 8 pounds. As far as dad goes, dad is about 3 to 4 pounds. I would say he's probably close to 4 now. So that kind of gives me a size range and weight for these. So I say 4 to 8 pounds. Most of these will probably be in that 5 to 6 pound range. So they're going to be tiny. So we're looking at some of the tinier ones. This one right here, the blue one, which is Vince. He's the party color. He's going to be one of our smaller ones. This little guy right here, which, whoops, is Vito, this one right here. So they're pretty much right on track with their size. Anna. There she is, with a little pink collar on, they're going to be the smallest of the litter. So I think they're going to be on the smaller side like dad. And then you have the others, honestly, between the smallest and the largest, there is less than a half a pound. So, I mean, whenever I say smallest and largest, typically people think like 2, 3, 4 pounds. No, these little guys are, you know, just between 1 and 2 pounds right now. Here, bub. So this one here, which is I think this one was Vernon. Yeah, this one is Vernon. He is the biggest of the litter, but like I said, we're only talking like less than a half a pound right there. So you can tell the difference. He ran off. But you can kind of tell the difference as he's sitting there beside him. There is really not a whole lot of difference between the smallest and the largest. They're doing really well. They have started on doggy door training. So for those of you that are able to continue that, it will be amazing for you because they will just start going out on their own as soon as you get them home. But for those of you that can't, the doggy door training typically goes really well whenever you switch that over to either P-pad training because they automatically go one place. They want to get away from where they eat, sleep, drink, and play. They go to the farthest corner away. So if you put them in a pen, kind of like what I've got them in here, we call it an accordion pen because it folds up. Each one is its own little panel right there. And so it can fold up and it works really, really well for these guys because you can make it as small or as big as you want to. And it really helps on that training. So P-pad training is great. You can also, if you live in an apartment, you can do litter box training. We have seen some great success with that because these guys don't require a lot of space. They're amazing for apartments or small spaces. Even if you've got a roommate, I mean, you can keep them in a tiny spot and not have any issues at all because they can run and play in a small area and get out all the energy that they need. So P-pads, we've had stories of great success with bell training because they go to a door, they don't know how to get out the door, so they can ring the bell and go on. So those are some options if you can't do the doggy door.
Sure, and like any puppy in a new environment, they'll probably need a little extra practice to get acquainted with the
Absolutely,
new
yes.
area, right? Okay.
Absolutely. Whenever you're potty training a dog, it takes time and it takes patience. So
Great. So while you give us a little circle around those cute little faces, I just wanted to, um, mention that, of course, over here we have our stat from the BBB. They did release earlier this year that with all the reports of scams, they're finding that 80% of different advertisements online through Facebook, Instagram, Craigslist, and even just these websites that pop up when you're looking for puppies for sale near you, 4 out of 5 of them are turning out to be scams. So if you feel like you've been in that position and maybe you're having someone ask you to Venmo money or Zelle money or Cash App, and these types of things that are shady, that's going to be your big red flag. So you'll see it on our list over here. Number 2 is secure payments. We do take debit and credit card just to make sure that you guys are protected. We don't want to do it any other way than that. And Ashley has talked about the health checks and that health guarantee that we also offer. Just making sure puppies are vaccinated and well taken care of. They're weaned away from mom and dad at an age appropriate time in their life and whatnot. And then, of course, the puppies are going to see a vet before they leave or before they get picked up for that final head to toe exam, just to make sure they're in tip top shape. And so when they get to you, you can have that peace of mind. We do offer the education and support after you get your puppy. So we have customer service available 7 days a week. We can always also get you back in contact with Ashley, although by that time you'd most likely have her name and her phone number and email. So you can always keep that relationship going. And lastly, you'll see that we are powered by PetPay. PetPay is the payment platform where you'd be putting in your debit and credit card. This is the safest way to actually pay for a pet. It's kind of like PayPal, but specific contact information and usually a GPS tracker so you know exactly where your puppy is. And then we do also go through airlines, and we can even find someone to deliver your puppy and fly with your puppy and all that good stuff. We call that a flight nanny. So we understand it can be hard to find the exact puppy you want in your local area. That's why we do so well with connecting people, breeders and buyers alike, just making sure that we give everyone the option of a successful pet ownership and puppy adoption. Let's see, we have one more question. Can you let us know again who is the blue bow? I think that one in your hand right there.
This one right here. Whoops,
Yes,
he stepped through it. Hold on just a second. Let me fix his little, oh, this guy right here in the blue is Vince.
it's all right.
That's the one. Vince has been the one that's been right here on my lap, chewing around on my fingers, and he was the one that was tugging at my shirt tail. And then there's mom thinking she needs all the attention.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's him. He's one of the smaller boys, but oh my gosh, he is so stinking cute and so much fun. And then I've got Virginia here. She's been on my lap right there with him. I love to meet our families. Love, love, love. I can't stress that enough, to see pictures of our puppies in their new homes and being happy, being treated well, being healthy and playful. And we love to hear about everybody being spoiled and, you know, just really enjoying it. So it's great for us to be able to, you know, be with families and connect with them, because once our puppies go to you, then we feel like you're a part of our family. So we work with some of the best shippers that there are, and they do an excellent job in the transportation. We have zero issues. Does anybody have any other questions? Do you want to see any more of the puppies? Anyone specifically? I'm kind of trying to get everybody back in the picture before we hop off of here.
Let me look here at the list of questions. We do have a really good question for you, Ashley. I know we're running out of time, but I think this is something that should be answered tonight. We have
Okay.
Robin asking, how often do you have puppies? If she weren't able to get one from this litter, if you want to answer it in a way of how often do you have a litter, or do you have a planned upcoming litter, maybe next year?
Okay. Okay. From this mom, we will see how she does after she weans this litter and make sure, like right now, she's in excellent health, but we always take into consideration mom's health before we breed her again. So whenever it's time for her to have her heat cycle again, then we will look at her as an individual and see how well she's doing, what her health is, what the health of dad is, and kind of go from there. But as far as having a Yorkie litter, we do have a couple that are up and coming. We had a litter born the other day that were Yorkies, and so they're just newborns. So it'll be on those probably 9 to 10 weeks before they would be ready. Pictures will be going up in about 6 weeks of them. But then after that, then I don't know. We just kind of let our moms and kind of watch after them and see how they do.
All right, thanks for that. If you want to speak to someone a little bit more in detail about the travel options and things like that, once we hop off, give us a call at our number. And then from there, speak to a puppy concierge. That's what we call our specialists, and they can let you know the options and the timeline for delivery, pickup, all that good stuff. Let's see here. We have someone just saying thank you for being so knowledgeable, Ashley. Yes, thank you. They said it really helps with learning more about the process. Ryan, thanks for joining with us tonight.
I appreciate your comments, and you know, I hope you guys have found that this is helpful for you. I hope each one of you kind of picks out the one that you really like from this litter. And you know, we have worked with Pawrade for several years since we've been in business, and they have been excellent. We've really gotten to know a lot of them from there and almost on a personal level. So it's kind of great. We're just like one big family. I highly recommend them. And then kind of like, I'll just kind of reiterate what Peter said after the sale. My part after the sale is not done. Once you receive your puppy, once it's paid for, then that's when my job really kicks in, because then I am here as your breeder support, as your friend, as your fur family, then for as long as your puppy lives, and beyond that, even whenever you're looking for another one or two or three or four. So we are here. We have been in business, like I said, for almost 18 years, and we want to stay that way. We are passionate about what we do. It's a family business. Our kids are following in our footsteps, which we love, and we really want to share everything that we have with everybody. And so, we will definitely stay in touch with you guys after you have one of our babies. And
Mhm.
so we would love to work with each and every one of you. And I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy nights to meet with us and to see our puppies.
Yes. All right, great. Well, that's a great place to close. So, everyone, enjoy your weekend. Happy Veterans Day. Oh my gosh, look at those. That's how I'm feeling
They
right
are
now.
worn
It's
out.
about time. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, about time to put on a movie and get snuggled up. So
Yeah.
if you have any more questions, now is a good time to go to the website. If you prefer just texting or emailing, we can do that with you. But we love to talk over the phone. We know this is an important decision for you and for your family. So we really want to invest the time and speak to you over the phone and answer all of your questions. It's the easiest and the fastest way to do it. So Ashley, we're going to let you go and get those little precious
All
pups to sleep.
right.
All right, I'm going to be ending it here. Good night, folks.